get the info for free. Lecro just through the window. Does force the reposition from Golden on the defense of the lower side. Forest outside, catches JW in transition. NiP looking fantastic here. It's not going to be easy for Forest though. Brolin from Mini. Oh, he's let it slip. Lecro and Golden having somewhat of a battle of the minds here, and of course a battle of the bullets as well. Pushing in. Oh, Lecro thought he had him. With the bomb now down, it puts Brolin again in unfamiliar, or uncomfortable is the better word, territory. He's definitely familiar with it. Certainly was the same in Dust 2. Left to his own devices a couple of times, opting to save. We'll see something similar here.
Another very successful approach from NiP. Nothing too flashy being presented at this stage, just working together. It's their map pick. You see fnatic maybe not quite comfortable on the map just yet, as Brolin indeed will have to save the Krieg once again. It's going to be 6-1 on the T side, and no signs of slowing down at this stage. 5 rounds in a row for them. And their money is getting to a very promising point on the T side. They might not even have to eco at this stage. Very good stuff for them. Another $3,500 in the bag as a few players start to post 5 digits now. Now be Twist with $10,000. Same story for Forest as well, just knocking on the door of that amount. And with the maximum loss bonus in the CT side, it only gets you so far. Even with the saved Krieg, they probably want to take a tactical timeout here. Brolin could drop the AWP, which he's going to. He gives it to JW. That confirms the purchase here. Golden will go for an M4 Kevlar, no grenades. They know they need to start posting some rounds. This hasn't been good enough so far. AWP towards upper for now, looking for that fast approach, but no one pushing through the hut whatsoever.
Now, Molotov enables him to play behind it. Doesn't do too much to destabilize the defense for now. Twist is just holding the lobby push. It does indicate somewhat of a slower stance from NiP. Smoke completely removes res from the round for the next 15. Two responsible for outside. They lie and wait. Force some CT aggression, and that's what Flush has delivered. More than he bargained for as the smoke clears. Res caught off. Plopsky's had heroics from Ramp Room just beforehand. This time, 0 challenges on his walk. That's information to work with, build the picture of how this bomb goes down, how this round is won. Recurring theme, Henry, but I'm going to say the word again, time.
Yeah, it could be an issue here for NiP. We're getting to the 20-second mark. It's a lovely shot from JW. Flusher will follow things up, and it'll be Golden in a prime position to shut down the plant. Surely he's done so. That should be the round in itself. It's going to be Lecro left in a 4 versus 1. No time on the clock, and I think he knows it at this point. Makes his way down, but he's got plenty of cash in reserve, or at least his teammates do. So they can certainly try and probe for some kills here. He has a look towards lower, realizes there's nothing available, and he will just be saving the weapon at this stage. But he needs to make sure he holds on to it in these last few seconds, which I can confirm he will. So there we go, 2nd round on the board for fnatic. JW with the AWP. Purchases up his armor now. He's got a nice healthy buy overall. And here's the replay to see if he's pushing in toward that squeaky door. Flush out being a nuisance as ever. They had no idea he'd continue to push that position. 6-2. fnatic can still come back and win the half, but as we said, NiP have pretty much already put in a good shift, and it looks like they're going to be picking up the pace here as well. 5 players towards the squeaky door. In they come. The upper rush is on the cards here. Are fnatic ready?
Oh, there's so much damage early, but Crims, he's handling it, going back and forth, and nades are landing, but so are his bullets. That's what they were looking for. The Ninjas find a flurry of frags, puts them in good stead to get that bomb down, to contest this Golden. What is that? Quick to descend, as is JW in the vent. He can reposition quickly here, perhaps catch one off guard. The bomb will be down. Is on his guard though towards Mini. He knows that that's going to be the next possibility for JW, catching him on the clear potentially. And wow, no worries. The last legacy member of the Ninjas finds them 7 on their T side of the Nuke. Overpass becoming more and more of a possibility. And what a third map that could be, given how one-sided, quote unquote one-sided, admittedly the score was close, Dust 2 felt.
Yeah, Overpass is becoming a bit of a classic in terms of a third map. We're seeing it kind of similar to Inferno in that respect. It will be a tactical timeout now for fnatic after winning the previous round, giving it straight up. They are still going to have enough money to buy, but there will be compromises to be made as JW and Crims are both sub $4,000, both hovering around $3,500. And it looks like Deagles will be brought out once more as this CT side becomes more and more deadly for them overall. An MP9 for Brolan, that's about as exciting as it gets, I'm afraid. No shotgun spotted just yet. And you can see this play style and this map in general seems to suit the complexion of NiP much more than Dust 2, I have to say. So 2 Deagles, 2 CZs, 3 smokes. NiP with the previous upper rush finding great success there, overwhelming to the CT defense. This time of outside smoke, trying to get secret control early, and they might just get it. Through the flames, flappsky goes, barely takes any damage for it.
Yeah, the beauty of those outside smokes is that should a Molotov arrive, you can use the smoke itself to get in fast, and flappsky's done just that, not only with positioning, but with kills. Rez joins in with the vent. Golden only a Deagle to do damage. He does have the window broken already. Chance to reposition and tuck in, but this is a fight for flappsky. He has a he had to be quick with that one, Golden. Fortunately for him, JW had softened him up. Now they've got a rifle to play with on the CT side, and it does look like it's changed their mind. Eyes were on Secret, and now potential to change things up. That must have been ridiculous. It sounded that way. Forest, one tap, one head found. Brolan gone. This round running out of options for fnatic now, given the control they've given up. Confirm it is Twist, a lovely double. Can't do too much, I say that. Golden actually ready for another frag here. Forest keeps NiP stable again.
Yeah, you can see him fired up as well. NiP looking much better here in the second map. Their pick, it makes sense, but fnatic not really putting up much of a fight here whatsoever. Remember, they did win that second round force buy as well, so haven't had much success in terms of actual gunfights here. Lovely shot from Forest towards main entrance and that hub position. Money starting to stabilize somewhat for fnatic, but the game's certainly not. 8-2 down, they've lost their CT side here. You don't say that too often. There's a chance of coming back here, but it's going to take something remarkable in the second half. And a few more rounds here in the first. That's more like it from Crims. A double spray down. He can't get away with his life, though. Advantage towards fnatic, however. And the smoke will come through to stop any reaction play from the T side here. Golden will hold on to the ramp room. Flash have a scrappy kill towards that side. Doesn't take any damage for it. They've got a 4-on-2 lead.
Just the arm scene. Not enough for flappsky to profit, but has a go of it. JW, however, will have his drop now, and he knows it. Knows that rotates a likelihood, but still a hard fight to win. fnatic with the CT aggression, this is when they do seem to find their early leads. It was flusher pushing Squeaky, it was a lobby push.
Yeah, we need to see a lot more of that, to be honest with you. Crims getting some confidence, throwing caution to the wind, has led them to a 4-on-1 situation. Forest, though, knows he can cause some financial damage if he gets even a couple of kills, but JW, with a precise shot from the sniper, will take him down eventually. It's going to be 8-3 as fnatic start to get themselves back into this one. To be honest with you, they need at least 6 or 7 to stand a chance in that next half. We'll see if they can deliver. Round 12 coming through the dying stages of this first half now. NiP looks so poised to take this first map. Money, not an issue. They've got one more buy left in them after the reinvestment here. And going to need more success as they deploy the same outside smokes. Who will be delivered behind them, though? It's going to be Lekro this time, once again, trying to get control of that secret position.
Little resistance. Oh, but he wasn't ready for that. JW already set up in warehouse. Seen a couple of deaths like that from Lekro. Looking the wrong way.
Yes. Yeah, alone again, and that's going to force NiP to show that hand towards the upper bomb site, but well held so far from fnatic. This is much more like it. Ready and waiting towards the upper site. Shouldn't be any chance there for Rez. Trying to take down anyone he can with him. Not going to be the case, though. It will be a very clean round from fnatic there. Lekro trying to present the standard outside smokes. And it's difficult to really gauge how many players are down there. But if you get that quick kill and it's Lekro going down, you can gather it might be him by himself there. JW will rotate back towards upper, back up his teammate, and no problem whatsoever. They need to start finding a few rounds in a row now. Ideally, the rest of this first half to go in their favor.
Yeah, they've managed to whittle away a little bit. Twist on those CZ, flappsky the same, but will we see the same level of pace? Some topside takes. NiP have been mixing things up. Willing to take that fight early was Rez. Now ramp pressured. Golden falls back. He's doing his job perfectly. And they drop in perfect unison. Can they find the frag? They can. Synergy present. Rifle for Twist. It's going to be a question of timing for Rez here. If he walks out that hut at the right moment, he can support his team by cutting that rotate in half. JW, he may not be ready for this. Pistol out. Yep, leaps into the sky. That's the sign of a player unprepared for what was around that corner. Now, with the bomb down, NiP have another advantage. Round 13, and they're already looking for their 9th here on the T side. That's madness.
Yeah, they've got a lot more in their arsenal in terms of strategies here on Nuke. You can see they've got a mixture of pace, nice outside smokes, good combination of variations of that approach here. And now Blocksky with the CZ continuing to find success here. This needs to find time on the clock if possible. The bomb certainly going off at this point. Will both the CTs make their way towards Secret and get away with their lives? It looks like they're absolutely fine for now. Forrest towards a window, trying to scramble himself. He'll get away just in time there. Goes down with just 9 points of damage inflicted, so no problem whatsoever. 3 players survive on the NiP side as they continue to find strong success here on the T side of Nuke. Money in a difficult spot once again for fnatic. They do save the AWP and the M4. They'll have to take another tactical timeout. They can feel this map slipping away from them. Third looking almost locked in at this point, Alex.
With this many rounds on the T side, yeah, I'm straight up there agreeing with you. 9-4 fnatic. It does seem like this is a map that they've yet to really integrate into their wheelhouse. The stats don't lie either. Admittedly, not many on record for everyone. Every single map, I think it's 6 or something the most. But this, only once we've seen it from this iteration of the fnatic roster. Timeout called, of course. Here at Corsair DreamHack Masters, you will have access to your coach's comms during that freeze time, but this is an additional breath. 9-6, it's a must-have, it's a must-win.
Yeah, they have to buy them with these last 2 rounds, no question about it. So the M4s will come out. We'll see if they can get back on their feet here. 4 rounds on the CT side, just not enough. It's not going to instill confidence in the team going forward into that second half. If they only get 4, that means it has to be a pistol victory and a 3-0 conversion going forward. Then they'll have to really dictate the pace of their game, completely control the financial situation. As Crims hasn't been the strongest showing in terms of his performance at this tournament. He's had some amazing maps, breaking records. A little bit quieter here with 79 ADR, but was still a decent showing. We'll see. Presumably a technical timeout here. The headsets have come off. So we'll reel it in a little bit in terms of the information here, Alex.
Yeah, perhaps we should. See how things end up. Live from Sweden, it is the Swedish derby as well. Map2 Nuke has gone fantastically for the Ninjas in Pyjamas. Certainly do seem to have besotted the crown, and for good reason, of course, lifting the trophy on this very stage. Different rosters now, though, and it's not 2016 anymore. Redemption is on the menu. However, it does seem like a little unobtainable, certainly on Nuke for fnatic. I'm Machine, he's Henry G, and so far, they are 4-9 down on their CT side of Nuke.
Yeah, it's not looking good at all for fnatic, I have to say, but they do have a decent buy going forward into round number 14. It's JW with the sniper rifle. He has to step up, influential to the success they found in that first map. As we get forward into round 14 here, we'll get into the freeze time now. Looks like we are ready to go. NiP with 9 rounds on the board. It couldn't get much better on the T side, Alex.
It really couldn't. They're actually going to call a timeout straight off of the back of Flusher saying he's ready to go, just getting his PC back on the stage. We thank you for your patience. NiP choosing to use their timeout just to get their frame of mind right now. They know that the game is about to go underway. Round 14, map 2. It looks like we're ready to jump straight on in.
We absolutely are. Here we go then. 4 gun round on both sides. Desperately need these last 2 fnatic. 9-6 is workable. It's certainly not ideal. They cannot afford to let this go double digits for the Ninjas, though. Smokes deployed towards outside. Incendiary thrown to try and block the T approach. Try and make the smoke a little bit more disjointed, but no real damage inflicted yet. And there's big numbers down towards the lower bomb site. JW ready and waiting the AWP. Looking to strike first. Give them an early lead and rotate.
That's the plan. We'll see what NiP can do about it. Oh, it's the jiggle, unpunished. He didn't stick around to get the information on how many more were with him, though.
That's enough, though. He just wants to suggest he's still down there, and most AWPers will do that. I'll find a pick and go to a different point of the map, knowing it'll push them back into a more uncomfortable position here. Goes towards the vent, and this time can't land the shot. He'll have to fall back at this point.
Still kicking. Molotov exchange. He finds a safe space. Topsky, however, onto Flusher. Now JW still dancing around these vents, close quarters. He must be conscious that the push can come in, but still good frags from fnatic puts them with an arm's reach of an important 5th round.
Yeah, a lot to do still here, though, and that's going to be a nice opening frag in the 4-on-2 situation. 40 seconds remain. Golden down to 13 points of health, and Brolan patrolling the outside area. He's got great control of the situation. Needs to nail this kill, though, which he absolutely does. We said this was the must-win for fnatic, and they're certainly delivering now, setting the sniper towards the secret steps at the very start. JW, he will deliver on this promise, and it will be Brolan to finish things off there. Great round from fnatic. More of that required, though, in round number 15. They'll have a decent reservoir of cash, and finally, for the first time, NiP will have not much to work with here. $1,700 on Twist, beneath 3K for Lekro and Plovsky, Rez on 1,600 as well. So it'll be a mixture of a couple of rifles and SMGs here. Twist opting for the Desert Eagle, Rez on the CZ so far. So surely fnatic can close this one out.
It's a picture that they'll have to paint, but they are already distinctly favored coming into this one. Smoke, oh, you can play around that. There isn't another one either, but they still choose to commit into the spray. Flusher's only going to get one. Oh, but Plovsky punished for his bloodshed. Catches a nade to the dome, down to 3.
Oh, we spotted him.
Yeah, Brolan was there to cover JW's retreat.
Yeah. At this stage, 4-on-4. Only one rifle still in the hands of NiP. You can see that Incendiary actually working out very nicely. fnatic that time. Smokes did not land successfully. Managed to get themselves an initial frag. Plovsky down low. Brolan now towards the T-vent. Looking towards Squeaky Door. 1 minute on the clock. Smoke deployed just as NiP wanted to commit.
And now Brolan should have an easy one after Plovsky looking to transfer. Twist is low. Not low enough. Now the Deagle from JW comes into play. Close quarters. Isn't enough versus Forest and Twist, but look at the damage they've done into the 2v2. Nade. Could have been enough to seal the deal, but it won't. And now swinging out. Forest not precise enough. Look, put all on Twist, who with the bomb and time can set himself up for a 1 versus 2 after plant to close out this half.
Yeah, he's going to have to be very intelligent with his approach here. Try and segregate the CTs, bring this down to a 1v1 as quickly as he can, making his way towards the ramp. And this is where he will be taken down. He's not going to check the position. Crims will help himself to a free frag there, and indeed it will be 9-6. fnatic give themselves enough to work with yet. Certainly not good news overall, but still they have enough. 9-6.5 will throw down to Frankie, who's down on the stage.
Well, fnatic are going to have to be satisfied with that one. They did manage to pull back a couple of...
With ramp from right now, bomb planted, JW just toying with them at this stage, closes the door behind him. No kit available on the map, remember. 5 sets of Kevlar coming to this one. Both of them incredibly low, but advantage towards JW. How has he made this work?
He's made it look so good for fnatic in pursuit of a very important pistol round on the bomb. Oh my goodness, is he willing to hold it? 10 seconds left. I think JW's going to have to push on, and Plovsky forced off, but it's not over just yet. Rotting the clock, JW's playing this perfectly. Just drawing Plovsky's fire. He wants confirmation, he will push for it, but I think he's shaved enough time off the clock. And JW with a monstrous play for fnatic on the T side of Nuke.
That is world class from JW. That's more like it from him, the confidence in his own ability there. He just completely ignores the first player, focuses towards the ramp. He doesn't find the quick kill, he gets the dink, manages to bring it down to the 1 versus 1, and just perfect play here. And it was Lekro. It looked like he guaranteed the situation for NiP, but no, JW completely meddles with the defense there and manages to find them a much-needed pistol round. Force fire in response now, 1 from Plovsky, scouts in the hands of Twist, and 3 pistols around them, and 3 rifles for fnatic. No initial damage inflicted here with the scout. When he saw this in the first half, you're not trying to go for necessarily all the headshots, trying to tag up as many players as you can just to make things a little bit easier for your pistol players here. Decent Incendiary will hold them at bay for now, but no damage inflicted.
fnatic. They just took that Molotov as somewhat of a stop sign, Incendiary to be precise, but Lekro's Deagle is in play, and that's already made quite the appearance today. Smoke in response makes it awkward around Mini. And he can play around it from the box. Brolan willing to take this fight in the open. He doesn't necessarily have the support of his teammates, and a combination of Twist and Lekro enables him to find the first. Quickly traded, JW applying the pressure into the inner sight.
Whoa. Twist is looking absolutely deadly with this scout now as they find kill after kill. The force by working out for NiP, and be Twist to close things out there. 4 kills for himself. We didn't say We did say he needed headshots there, and he managed to deliver on all fronts, managing to hit 4 players in total and actually taking them down as well. That is fantastic work as NiP will post double digits now. Look at these kills coming through. It's interesting as to why the smokes weren't deployed towards outside there. Maybe didn't have them towards the end. They go towards upper. It was a couple of kills from JW, the UMP, but that's all they can find. Twist completely dismantles the offense there. And we go to round number 18, a force fire response here with Desert Eagles. fnatic had an entrance in the second half, and they're slowly slipping away from them.
Yeah, taste their own medicine. Second round is so far from a guarantee. JW making no secret of his descent, and that will be easy for Lekr0 to handle. NiP weathering this storm with not too much to write home about. That nade couldn't have been better. Crims hiding behind the box has been cut down to half. Forest likely to finish it, but Brolin with his Desert Eagle finding one. They know, or at least have a rough estimation as to where he stands. Lekr0 willing to take this fight. It's about reaction times, and Lekr0 wins. He had the better weapon. Now a Galil for Crims, that's something, and so is flusha on the Desert Eagle. Eliminates the threat from Secret. Puts us into 3v2.
Exciting round here, still a minute on the clock, but Crims will have 48 HP. They've got one smoke, a Galil in hand, and Crims towards the top of heaven. He needs to find a decision here. How can they get this bomb down? How can they make this difficult for the CTs? Makes his way out. Down he goes though, fantastic shot from Forest. Completely guarantees the round, almost certainly here, as flusha will have just a Desert Eagle, 30 seconds remaining. Bomb on his back, sure, but how does he get that planted? I don't think there's a possibility of it going down here.
Yeah, they've got all of his angles of assault covered. He's taking so much time to clear this one. It's likely he's going to get caught by the flank. Rez will go investigating as things get down to the nitty-gritty. 15 seconds, flusha would have to be planting in 10. And now he drops. Plopsky was the man on lower for NiP. And he's in prime position to catch him on the cross. Good tagging, doesn't convert, and now flusha's got a one shot. Spectacular, no time for the plant. The round will go his way. Forest confirming. That's his third frag of the round, and the 10th, now 11th for NiP.
Yeah, some quite beautiful shots there, but overall it will be the round for NiP, and flusha died after the timer as well. He gets no money into that next round. He'll be sat on $650 here. They're gonna have to take a full eco, and he'll be hamstrung going into that next round for sure. He's got 15 kills to his name, and it's 11-7. NiP really looking quite strong now on Nuke, up against just Glocks across the board. No money invested into this round whatsoever. Pretty much guaranteed to be the 12th here, as NiP will hold back. No pushes required. No aggression needs to be presented at all. Just need to hold their crossfires and make sure they don't give any rifles up here. Shooting out the windows suggesting they've got utility, but they just don't.
They just don't. Yeah, NiP, they've had to work hard for some of these rounds. This one, there should not be a furrowed brow in sight. You even have an SMG on Plopsky if you wanted to go hunting. Does look like they're going to be using this time to think things through for the future. fnatic, their T side, yet to make too much of an impact since that pistol round. And it's no worries for Forest. They're going to get another Plopsky, $600 in the pocket, leaves Brolin. A Glock versus 3 rifles. It's a story of a rather one-sided affair. So 12 then to 7. fnatic get that one over and done with, but perhaps the economic strife isn't done there.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Remember, flusha not getting any money for that Deagle round. He currently sits on $3,000. Good for a Galil armor, no grenades, maybe a decoy at the very most. He'll go for the scout instead. Really not looking too great on this T side. They've got bare bones at best in terms of the grenades. Only one Molotov available to them as flusha lines up the initial smokes here. Brolan very fast paced towards that side, but swallows that grenade down to 54 before he can even make a cross at this point.
And the timing of that Molotov, again, will slow them down. They respect it. It's nice and deep. Can't use the smokes to maneuver when it's locked you on the red container. Second smoke will arrive a little later than the first. And oh dear. Oh, dearie me. Lekr0, he gets enough information to start putting bullets into the smoke, and still the cross will be tumultuous. Crims, that's important. Now his team can get across, and now this round still attainable for fnatic.
Goes for the M4. Flush up. Throws away the scouts, makes his way towards heaven now. 1 minute on the clock. JW watching for any pushes from the ramp room. Still have a flash, one smoke and an HE. Grenade has been thrown, no damage inflicted whatsoever. Twist prime position to shut the ladder approach down. Just trying to maintain their crossfires. Be very difficult for fnatic to even get close to the bomb site of no utility here. Best point of access is going to be Flush's position as they wait to see what he can do.
They don't even have the bomb for a quick response either. It's still down outside with 30 seconds left. This is going to be tough. Rez is in a perfect spot as well. Nice work. Drawing the fire from him. Crims already finds his second frag of the round as well. Now the bomb's been picked up, and now they're ready for their assault. They're all coming from Mini, and it's easy for Forest. Handles it like a champion. Experience oozing from every pore. Round 20 for Ninjas in Pajamas, and that's the 13th. They are so ready for Overpass.
Yeah, it's certainly looking to be the case, I have to say. Forest runs the clock down, swings out at the correct time. Look how calm and precise he is as well. He had a rough major recently over in Berlin, but this is more like it. This is the Forest we've come to expect. You can see him feeling himself. He's happy, he's smiling, and they've got 13 rounds on the board on the CT side of Nuke. Money, once again, completely broken on the fnatic side, as it looks almost like a certainty this round is going against them. They can just partially invest into this one. They had $3,000 per player. Really not enough to work with there. They get maximum loss bonus in the next round. Let's see if they can get a bomb planted at least here. There is a chance they can maybe rush towards upper and catch the CT off guard, but not really much you can do here with just 2 smokes, a few flashbangs. E3 to really fully commit towards outside. So I suggest the upper bomb side is going to be their main point of approach. Okay. We'll see.
We will see. And for now, Flusher not going to be a part of it. He heads towards the silo, but there is some aggression towards the squeaky side of things. Smokes and Molotovs. Doesn't sound like a party I'd like a ticket to, but Crims, he's undaunted, straight down to the low side. Plopsky, he is in perfect striking distance, and he can hear the sound. He knows there's a player pushing up. Crims completely exposed. An easy frag for Plopsky. 4 frags away from 14.
Good positioning. Nice and calm here from NiP. They've spotted yet another player. That's Broland. Going to be dealt with in due course by Lekro. They start to take the players down slowly but surely here. Confirming things once again is Forest with fantastic play with that M4. The moving turret will find 3 more frags, taking his total up to 21 kills and 10 deaths. He stands at the very tippity top of the server right now. Twist just beneath him with 18 kills. We'll see if we can get a nice replay of that one. You can see how calm he is. That 3rd frag as well, just anticipating the push from JW. 14-7. A couple of rounds will do it.
Couple of rounds before we see our 3rd. It does seem like Nuke T-side is not something that fnatic were necessarily completely and totally ready for. Broland, nice positioning from him. Jumps straight over the head of Lekro. The Z-axis, it's unfamiliar territory. Now Rez's aggression, he knows he has to take the initiative, but Crims was so ready for it. They get the information now, looking to piece together where the remaining 2 are. Plopsky likely to meet Golden with that early outside control. Rez has a must-win fight for Flusher, extending the lead for fnatic. They're not done yet. And a perfect round so far. If they can go and convert this without losing a single man, they're going to start being able to build up what has previously been rather elusive money for their T-side.
Yeah, a lot more where that came from. Certainly required for the fnatic boys here. We Twist to hold on to the AWP. His teammates didn't really put up a fight there. Just a little bit of damage inflicted towards Flusher, but 5 players looking likely to survive here. Twist will just look to hold on to the AWP, but it shouldn't affect the Ninjas too much going forward. They've got plenty of cash for the next round. There's 2 more rounds required. They have gone nowhere near the danger zone just yet. Looks like Twist might be found. They'll take something very fast to get Crims. His silent approach is completely wrecked. But they do know exactly where he is now. They should continue the hunt here. It's worth it considering they have so many players alive.
Twist right to upgrade to the AK as the challenges continue to come in. Golden represents, well, a golden opportunity, but no, Twist unable to keep his weapon, take that AWP into the next, and so we will see fnatic just 1 round 1 with the weapons, of course, off the back of the pistol, so 2 in total for their T-side. And they stopped the spree of NiP. 5 in a row was from them.
Well, it'll be the AWP on the T side in the hands of Golden, no less. They'll be heading towards the outer position. Smokes deployed, flashbangs too, trying to pick up the pace a little bit now. Golden should protect from the T boxes here as his teammates make their way towards the secret position with a bomb on their backs as well. They'll boost on T-Red first, just to get a A clear vision towards the outside position, mainly towards CT spawning. See Golden flashed off though, he'll drop down. Still need to cross over, flush up. Trying to get intel towards the garage position as he looks over the boxes here to see if any CTs will peek at all. Lekro is there, but playing a very defensive game.
It's a scary role to play, especially when you know the outside take is underway. Pressure applied. Lekro remains passive. He has to choose his timing well. He's going to make no secret of his position. They knew he was there already, but the smoke confirms it. Now they can play around that smoke themselves. It's nice work from Crims. That's outside eliminated. Where do you go from here? Certainly not towards Twist's scope. Stopping Golden's advance. He continues his. Players possibly above him though, and he's going to catch not only that, but the bomb, expecting another. He sees the Twist! And I shout! flusha would have to be as prolific as the Beatles if he wanted a chance at this one. That's the start, but immediately traded. NiP just one round away.
What a great little sequence that was from Twist. So aware of what would be happening in front of him and using the shadows to his advantage as well. Had to hit the quick scope there. Absolutely delivers on that third and final kill. Really exciting stuff. You see the shadow advantage there. Did actually spot the player before he dropped down and then completely ruins Crims. And it will be map point for NiP here up against a UMP in the hands of Broland. 4 rifles around it. They do have enough to buy into this one, but their T-set approach has been lackluster. fnatic haven't really found much at all in the first half, where they gave away a lot of rounds, and Lekro looking to finish things off here. He'll take the bomb down towards outside, but it's a quick trade. JW has been spotted by Plopsky and forced to go back towards the lobby position.
Outside taken very early on. Twist is waiting. Will not necessarily be rewarded. The second shot does, and now just 3 remain for fnatic's chances of keeping Nuke going. They regroup. They have access to the lower site. Plopsky, nade doesn't do too much, enables him to continue this fight, this hunt for flasha. Oh, there's so many there. flasha has to do something rather magical. Not even going to find this map on their shoulders. Only going to get the first for now. Golden paid a heavy price, but still kicking. Still able to throw bullets in the direction of Plopsky, but his weight, his watch is over. 3 remain, pushing in, it's done. NiP, we're going to overpass. Somewhat of a signature third map decider for the Swedish derby.
Well, there it is. It's the Swedish sniper stepping up in the closing round there. Twist with a fantastic performance on the CT side. Manages to net himself 22 frags and 15 deaths. Really exciting stuff towards the end there. Some great sequences overall, but fnatic, they looked weak there on Nuke. As expected, they are a new roster. It seems like Nuke hasn't been